Hi, so we're talking about the Loop Engage 2. This is what I've chosen. It might be different for yourself, so we're going to unbox it. I have already unboxed these and had a go at them. So you have a little pulley thing, which is pretty cool. It's quite a nice sort of experience. They are quite pricey, £30 for this. Here we go. So in here we have the actual Loop Engage 2s in there, and we have large, small and extra small tips and medium that are already fitted to the Loop Engage. Let's see if I can open the box up. So these are designed to reduce the noise that you hear, sort of surround noise, and being able to still hear people talk, which actually I'm quite surprised does actually work very well. So you get, that's all you get in the box, and they're not electric, nothing like that. You got a little thing that tells you how to take them apart and, you know, change your ear tips. It's definitely worth scanning the QR code. I'll show you where that is in a second. Yeah, so there we go with that. So we've got some other bits here. It tells you, it's got some information about decibel levels and stuff like that. So that's the QR code. It's definitely worth having a look at that, because it will tell you sort of how you put them in each ear, and it gives you advice on what size to use. Now I sort of thought I knew what I was talking about. Give me a second. Sorry about that interruption. I thought I knew what I was doing with them, but I clearly didn't. So I'm going to open these up. You can get little things that go around them, like lanyardy things, and they're magnetic and clipped together, which is pretty cool. That's what they look like inside. So these have the extra small ones on for me, because what I was doing, I was putting them in my ear, and you know when you put your fingers in the ear and you talk, it sounded like that but worse. Now that means that these bits are too big, and what's happening when you're putting them in and twisting, it's all bunching up the the little rubbery bit, and it's blocking the sound thing, the hole. So when you put them in, you put them in like that. Don't have to push them right in, and then you twist, and I just give them a little push, and they should sort of seat like that. I've got quite deep ear bits. Some people's will stick out a little bit, and you can use them on the phone. You will sound funny when you got these in. You won't. It still does sort of sound. I haven't got that one in right. Hang on. They do take a bit of time to get used to. I think this one's in wrong. There we go. So you put them in, and your voice is sort of muted a bit. It'll sound a little bit weird, but it's okay, trust me. You can use phones, you know, like that. Any sort of phone. It shouldn't really touch your phone. Oh, I don't know what that is. And that's about it really. That's sort of how they go in. I hope I demonstrated how you do it properly, or enough for everyone to understand. Give me a sec, we'll do it again. We won't do it on my pointy ear. So they show you going like that, giving them a twist and sort of planting them in your ear, and there we go. That one's in there perfectly. And do the same, do them on pointy ear, shall we? Like that. Twist it, and then it seats in like that. And that's all it takes to get them in. Now I thought, you know, I was getting some fuzzy sort of weird sound. You know, it sounded really, you know, your own voice sounded really amplified and sort of not very clear, quite muffled. And if you got the right tips, if you got the wrong tips, that's what it's going to do. If you got the right tips in, you don't get that. You get it a tiny bit, but nowhere near what I was getting it. And I found that information out on Reddit, believe it or not. I don't really ever use Reddit, and it was just a link to a page, you know, when you press from Google, and I clicked on there, and I thought, right, let's try the other tips. Now we've got a cat coming down. I wonder what he's doing. So yeah, that's how they work. I haven't had much chance to use them yet. I've got a week off of work, so what I'm going to hopefully try to do is use these quite a lot, just to get used to them, because I never use like earbuds like Apple. Hang on a second, if we get some out. The Apple AirPods, I don't use the ones that actually, the pros that plug, because I've never liked that. I just use the ones that just go in like that and go in like that, because I like to hear, or I used to like to hear, I don't really use these anymore. I used to like to hear sort of things going on around me as well, because I think that's quite important if you're listening to music. It's a good idea not to block all the other sound out around you, because if you're walking in the street, someone might shout out to you, watch that car or something like that, and you're not going to hear them. But you will with these. I love this little case thing. It could be a little bit bigger, because I feel I'm going to lose that, but I've been putting them on my car keys, because then I know that they are coming with me wherever I go. I'm hoping I'm going to get on with them really well, because things to help me sort of calm down and de-stress, I've not got a lot. I've tried, this is a vibrating chair, this doesn't work for me. I just don't like the vibrating or sort of feeling. I've got a vibrating massaging neck cushion thing. The vibration things don't work for me. It just sort of, it aggravates me. I think it makes me sort of feel a bit more get it off me sort of things. That doesn't work for me. I normally, what I do when I get home from work, I have a nice hot bath, like really hot bath. I don't have them for long, but the sort of baths that you put your leg in and you get a red sock, those sort of ones. So that helps me relax. So it might be something for you to try. Maybe you prefer a cold bath. Who knows? But that really does help me, and I'm hoping that those loop engage 2s are going to help me too. I will do, and I know I don't do a massive amount of updates on some of the things I do. So basically, if you don't hear me moaning about it afterwards, if I've forgotten to do a update on what's going on with them, it generally means it's the item that I've shown you is okay and it works fantastically. So I will try and give you something on these. I have had someone asking for me to sort of do a review of how I've been getting on with my sub, so I will try and do that sometime this week, and we'll see how it goes. So thank you very much for watching. You know what to do, people.
Seem to be working well for us so far, so we love you, Loop.